Alright, I think we're ready. Finally. After all this time. All these attempts to get all this to work. We finally got it figured out, guys. Hopefully. Hopefully we got it all. Hopefully we got it all. Hope you hear me twice because I'm pulling up. Hopefully we got it all. Hope you hear me twice because I'm pulling up. There we go. Alright. Looks like we're good to go. I think it's time to tweet that out. This has been... keep forgetting I have a camera above me. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've been streaming. Since I streamed. The last one was like May, I think is what it said when I pulled everything up. Gosh, how do I even... I think just go to regular YouTube, right? Do I share my stream? There we go. Your videos. Live. On YouTube. Why are we not showing up yet? Oh, is it because I'm like 3 minutes early to my own stream? Actually might be it. My channel, see what's there. No, it shows it there. What the heck? That's weird. Alright. Here. Go into Twitter. Wood painting test stream. You know what? I don't even know if I'm like signed into or live in Discord or anything right now. Oh man. So out of practice. Come on. Is it right? I have it work. It works for YouTube, right? Let's see, it's been so long. When was the last one? We have 327. See, it might not since I turned it on late. Hard to tell. Hopefully it does. If not, it's kind of whatever. Not too concerned. Alright. Try and get this organized. I kind of just pressed the live button and was just hoping that like a palette cam over here, which is a little bit more behind, but that's just the GoPro. It's done that on all of the capture cards I've tried. But we finally have, I got this camera right here. Going through a Camlink 4K from Elgato, literally just plug and play. It worked perfectly. Well, hopefully it does. We're gonna see. Well, I'm really hoping we don't have issues tonight. I don't have the brain power to keep having issues trying to do these painting streams. So, we'll see. I hope it works. Let's see, you're gonna send out a live tweet here. A live tweet, did the tweet. Need to do something in my Discord. Never mind. It just took care of it. Love to see that. Alright. Light brown. We're just going to use that to base coat our yellows. Not. Okay, you guys can only see the bottom 2 layers of this paint rack. Hopefully I only have that many paints to play with tonight. Rust. Alright. Hope everyone's doing great tonight. It's been a very long time. Sorry for the absence. Had a lot of stuff going on. There we go. Trying to figure out where to place these things so you guys can actually see the majority of it. I grabbed a couple of reds. Got a dull red, which is for Flames of War, which makes sense. And then I got this kind of more vibrant dragon red. Play around. Kind of decide which ones of those we like. What we want to use moving forward here. Ivory. prefer to mix with this ivory, this Vallejo model ivory, which I got Hobby Lobby forever ago. It's not pure white, although I'm nervous because I feel like it's kind of partially hardened in there. Just the way it shakes. I don't have a whole lot of hope. But I don't know. Figure it out. I feel like I'm definitely missing colors. Sorry, I did put a BRB screen in here. So if we're missing colors, we can go take care of that. We're painting up some Mech Boy workshop stuff, which I know is flipped for you guys. It's confusing for me too, but it looks a lot better this way, trust me. So I'm just going to use this as kind of a rough guide when we're actually going through and painting up some of these pieces. I'm trying to find and see what some of these recommended colors even look like. You can see, oh there it is, this one's all the way over there. Yeah, there's that yellow. The dreaded yellow. Nah, I think it'll be pretty fun. We don't have to match this color scheme exactly. Kind of got all the freedom I want to kind of paint whatever we're feeling like, which is really nice, really kind. Alright, so I do have a palette cam over here. It's slightly delayed. I don't know, that's just the GoPro. Nothing I can really do about that. We got a palette cam. We got my face cam for when I'm chatting with you guys. And of course we have the mini cam that I will do my best to stay in frame for while we're painting. It's gonna take me a while to get used to all this. Just so we're all on the same page there. I think it'll be fun though. I think it will be a grand old time. Cool. Just trying to see kind of what they did for some of these. I don't have all the washes I need, but doubt we'll even get to washes today. I got a whole bunch of new brushes to play with here. I haven't really used any of these yet. Got some Da Vinci Cosmo Top spins from a local craft store. So they're really popular with miniatures painters right now. So we're gonna use that on terrain instead of my nice bomb wicks from Monument Hobbies. Get Gentastics, drunken brush goop. That's what I clean all my brushes with. At some point here, I'm gonna actually have to order some more. We're definitely going through it. I guess for now we're just gonna wash up our 3 and 6. My water is right above the palette here, so my arm's gonna be reaching over the palette to clean that, which might get annoying. If it's too annoying, we'll deal with that. Cross that bridge when we get there. But yeah, hope everyone's doing great. Just gonna work on cleaning our brushes right now. That factory forming starch off there, whatever it is that they actually use. I'm truthfully not entirely sure, but we'll just make it up as we go. Pretty much just going to be big chilling on these painting streams. Either doing what we need to be working on or doing what we want. Right now I have to get this, get powering through on this terrain commission. Wow, that's a nice brush. I don't know if you can actually... Oh, it's going to be tricky for me. It's going to take me a while because everything's backwards for me too. The brush holds a nice point. A nice size. My 3? Yeah, it's my 3. I got 0, 1, I think, yeah, 0, 1, 3, and 6. Hopefully we don't have to use those ones. 1 and 0 today. I'm counting on. Trying not bump this palette because I got that camera zoomed in so tight on it. We'll find a better way to store our brushes next time. For now, we're working on laying down base coats. Try and get this Orky Boy terrain down. But like I said, first I kind of ran out of time yesterday. Had a bunch of family over, had a little gaming day. It was a lot of fun though. It was a good time. This stream over time, I'll get more of my scenes in, like my socials will be down towards the bottom of the screen, and any relevant commands. I've actually talked with the store owner that I'm doing the commission for, and we're gonna do some kind of either discount code or something that ends up being relevant for these streams. So when you stop in, you can get some kind of discount, who knows, 5%, 10%. I'm not trying to take anything away from him. I'm just glad he's given me the opportunity to paint his stuff. I'm not, I've already turned in one of the box sets. I don't have really any, I didn't take any pictures or anything. I'm just trying to get it done for him. So this is from the other, gosh, this is the Orc Boys. Then I got another landing pad over there that's partially done. I just got tired of painting it, truthfully. So I want to get these Mech Boy workshop done. Get this turned in. And yeah. You see me lick my brush a lot? Don't do that when you're painting miniatures. But more of a try and see what kind of tip your brush is going to be able to hold. Anyway, there we go. This is a nice size 6. It's a very, very large brush. I normally don't use a brush this big, but it works out pretty well for terrain. So sometimes you got to use what works. All right. All that brush goop off our hand. We're done with this for now. But make sure you always wash your brushes after every session, unless you want to keep buying brushes. These aren't too bad. These were like anywhere between $4 and $8, I think, for these 4 brushes that I bought. And I still need to clean off my 0 and 1, but we'll get there. These are actual acrylic artist brushes instead of like miniature painting brushes. These I picked up from Black Swamp Games here in Bowling Green. So see this commission's for. These are Army Painter brushes. Yeah, no matter what I do, I don't know why I thought flipping it around was going to help. This is their Wargamer large dry brush. So this brush is just meant to get abused and beat, and that's exactly what we're going to do with it. And this one's great for some of these big like metal platforms, but this is the vehicle brush. It's like a straight up standard paintbrush. But when you're doing stuff like these huge plates, you'll be able to cover it very quickly, get some good coverage, because you don't really care on terrain too much about precision. I mean, we'll go back and touch stuff up. You don't want it to look bad, but yeah. So this is only part of it. This isn't the entire box set. I have the entire box set right next to me, though, of all this other terrain. This thing actually even rotates, which I think is kind of cool. Little standing pipes and stuff that I forgot to cut the sprues out of, now that I see in the windows there. Whoops. We'll deal with that later. Yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff though. A lot of fun stuff to do, a lot of fun stuff to try. I got some new paints that I'm not even using today. So, first of all, we're gonna start off, let's see, this brush. Yeah, this brush looks like it's gonna be a good size here. Biggest thing is for me to try and keep it in focus for you guys. That's my biggest goal today. Man, I love that brush soap. Look at the way that it just holds that point. Love to see that. Love it. Alright. Like I said, hopefully we don't need to use any of those, but if we do, that's fine. That's why we had them. That's why we wasted money on them. Alright, so we're going to try and take this light brown that I've never used. This stuff is ancient paint. I don't know. I'm hoping it'll even come out of the bottle at this point. Light brown, we're literally only using this to base coat for yellow, because yellow covers like garbage over every color except for brown. Yeah, it's just painting for you. So we're gonna take and thin out our paints here. Bit of water from our a little water from our brush cleaning water, I guess. I have one piece of yellow on this bad boy. We'll give that a go. We're literally just gonna come in here and try and block in this brown. Nice light brown. Figure out how I need to position myself. This is gonna be a lot of me reminding me to try and stay in frame for you guys. I can read chat pretty easily because it's right in front of me here. So if I'm like way far off and you're just like, you're painting in your lap again, let me know. I will do my best to see that message and then rapidly get back into frame for you guys. Like I said, I'll do my best. Will see. This will be a fun journey. This is what I've always wanted to stream. I just never really had the means to do it. But hey, here we are. Everything is kind of led up to this for me. I had nothing but issues the past couple days with my capture cards. Truthfully, I had to stupid gnat out of here. Had to give up on my AverMedia ones that I've had for so long. They're just giving me nothing but issues. A little more of this brown out there. I think I went a little thin. I'm not trying to have to do multiple coats of this, since I'm using this as my kind of gateway to yellow, if you will. But I primed it in this kind of burnt umber color, because that's what I typically prime my terrain in. It's even yellow kind of has this decent adhesion to this color here. But if you hit it with this light brown first, that yellow will just stick that much easier. So we're just gonna be chilling and painting. Like I said, just yell at me if I'm out of frame. I gotta lean kind of weird for this. This isn't normally how I paint. I typically paint back here and down here, which is completely awful for you guys because, as you can see, you can't see the model. And that makes it a bit more difficult. So I gotta kind of learn how to paint at a different angle when I'm on stream, but I'll do my best to keep it all in frame for you. Yeah, what's up, Kenzo? You forgot? Oh yeah, no worries, man. No worries. We're just big chilling, painting up some 40K. What's this called? Mech Boy Workshop terrain. Just kind of big vibing, chilling, loving life, embracing the fact that my two new capture cards, cam links, whatever, same thing, are actually here and functioning. As you can see, it's a really rough first coat, and you can see a lot of that initial layer poking through. But we're gonna let that dry. We're gonna move on to something else, and we'll come back and hit that with that second thin coat. I think I actually want to keep this. Yeah, we're gonna keep this a yellow color too. So a little bit more of this light brown. We're gonna assume that someone had this hot rod part here that they would have at the body for these vents the same color. It's art, man. It's open to your interpretation. Yeah, there's box art, but I'm not a Games Workshop artist. I'm just here to paint some minis and have a grand old time. I also missed that right there. Perfect. It's a little abyss to nothing you can see on the bottom. So, alright, cool. Well, that's all the yellow on this one. I'm actually kind of batch painting these for the sake of finishing it up faster. So we're gonna go ahead and find something similar, like car part or something along those lines. Like I said, I got this all this reference from the box art here to kind of try and see what other, looks like they used the whole body of that. It's gonna be that same yellow. Yeah, so why don't we go ahead and hit up the body of this. It's gonna be quite a bit of stuff here, actually. That'll be silver, but yeah, we're just gonna kind of blast some more of this light brown on here and keep working our way through it all. Could be paint up over here. Painting terrain is fun, but at some point it's like, oh my god, let me paint an actual mini again. I am very much looking forward to finishing up this, getting back onto painting my own stuff. Unfortunately, we have a lot more to go. I have 2 more boxes that are sitting behind me that my chair is actually in front of, so you really can't see them. I tried to station it so you could see them, so you know what's coming up next on painting for the stream. But I didn't do a very good job of that, unfortunately. Big fat head in the way. Very cool. Very cool. Fortunately, I got some dark areas I'm trying to paint into right now, which is knowing I don't have the proper lighting behind me like I normally do. So I'll definitely have to make some adjustments to my lighting, but looking at it up there, you guys can see what I'm hitting with this base coat of brown. It's like insanely bright and shiny for you guys. It's actually a matte paint, and it will dry matte. It will look good. Just trying to block in these lighter colors right now. That is our only current goal. Try and lay down these base coats. We're not going too crazy. The best part about this darker paint underneath is it gives you some kind of automatic shadows, as long as you don't paint your bright colors into those shadows. Yeah, it's I don't know, man. Painting's a lot of fun. It can be very relaxing. It can be an entirely different experience when you're doing, you know, something like this. You're working on a commission piece for someone else. Luckily, I only take commissions I want to do. And I have a very specific set of kind of rules, if you will, for what, how I'll paint them. Which is basically, I'll use their box art, in this case Games Workshop's box art, for inspiration. I won't paint it exactly like them because, one, I don't exclusively use Games Workshop paints because they're overpriced, and I mean, they're good paints, don't get me wrong. I just don't care for them. There's other brands that I would much rather use. But to that same effect, there's a certain number of paints from GW that I prefer to use over other brands. Actually just got a good portion, not all of them, but a very good portion of their contrast paint line, their new contrast 2.0 paints. We'll be doing some actual like YouTube experimentation, painting up some D&D minis. Seeing what we like, what we don't like. Keep sticking my thumb into that corner and peeling that paint off. It's going to be a good time. Actually been really looking forward to painting this terrain, just because there's so much going on, because it's literally scrap heaps. There's a lot going on here. Stream looks good. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Oh, my white balance on my camera got reset or something just weird happened. Oh god, I look so pale. I look like deathly ill. What just happened there? Webcam. Configure video. Oh, it did. It like actually reset my white balance. And my brightness. Oh, I bet you I didn't hit apply because I'm a pleb. There we go. Thank you, Kenzo. I appreciate that. Yeah, on the minicam, one that lets you see all this here. That's the Elgato Cam Link 4K. And then the palette cam, which like you can kind of see my palette, but it gets blurry when I'm actually painting. But over here, that's all on my GoPro using that cheap, like $15 Cam Link thing. And it doesn't look bad. It's got a little delay, but it's for a palette cam. You know, you don't need to see exactly what I'm doing in real time. You just occasionally will see my hand in two places at once. Might be a little confusing, but overall it's not bad. I think it's gonna work out pretty well. Well, here we go. And now we have a guest on stream. It's Dad.
It's working.
It's working for now. We'll see. Paint that yellow too. I think we'll paint that yellow too. That would make sense to me. I know you hear me talking about painting stuff yellow. You're like, bro, you're using a brown. That's not a yellow. You're not wrong. But if you're just tuning in, painting yellow over dark colors sucks, to put it nicely. So I like to put a nice layer of light brown. Some of these things you guys aren't going to be able to see when I paint, but I'll make sure to try and show them to you right after. Terrain's goofy. I got to turn it all different directions, and I don't have enough cameras or brain power to both paint it and guarantee that you guys are going to see it every time. But here's laying down these pre-base coats, I guess is what we'll call them. Alright. Got the majority of the body done here. This little broken down scrapped vehicle. Got a couple more sides we're gonna paint up here. And then this first one should be dry. I don't know that I'm doing anything yellow. I want to do this one on a blue, which I don't even know if that's the color that they use ultimately. tough to see everything because every picture is the same angle. The box art. They use a lot of reds and not a lot of blues. I think it'd be kind of nice to have like a blue jet bike or whatever the heck that thing used to be before it ended up in the Mech Boys scrapyard, so that's what we're gonna be working on next here. One thing I'm really bad about, this is my brand new Army Painter palette. Not affiliated or sponsored by anyone or anything, I just use what I want. I have a Redgrass Games wet palette. Unfortunately, it's too big to fit at my painting desk. It's a studio edition, which I use usually on big terrain commissions like this, so I can keep all the paints wet through the entire commission process, but we just started on this new box of stuff. I was like, yeah, I need a smaller palette anyways. Not really a huge fan of my Redgrass Games one. It works, but it's... I have my own complaints, it doesn't matter. Buy an Army Painter one, buy a Masterson one. Don't buy one at all, make it out of Tupperware and paper towels and parchment paper, who cares? Whatever works for you. Plenty of videos on the internet about wet palettes, how to use them, what their benefits are. Ultimately, you're just painting your D&D minis up for fun, so you don't use little chess pawns or whatever. Dice for your games. It doesn't matter. You can just buy a cheap little one of those plastic palettes that you can put a ton of different colors in for like 99 cents at your local craft store or Walmart or whatever. Very fortunate that Bowling Green has a mini painting store. Not painting, but a gaming store. And 2, they have the Art Supply Depot, which is for all sorts of artists, including, I would dare to say, miniature painters, because they have everything in the miniature painting hobby kind of comes over from general art. Alright, you can see it in your very, very bright light there, but that middle part's slightly lighter than the rest of the mini now. If there's anything on here we want to actually paint yellow. I'm gonna paint this canister looking thing right here. Might do that one yellow. Try and hit a couple of these canisters up. They might actually be like mufflers, I can't really tell. I guess I don't want to keep this bike, I'm gonna do this in blue. Which I didn't grab a blue. Because originally it's red in the box art. But we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna have a little bit of fun with it. I think we'll just keep yellow off of this, off that entirely. So we're gonna come back to this guy. Should be nice and dry. Looks nice and dry. Still shiny on stream. It looks a little like satin almost. That's just because these lights are so intense. I have diffusers on them, which is tissue paper. I might have to put a couple more layers on there though. We'll see. We'll get it figured out though. It doesn't look too bad. Biggest thing with the wet palette is on stream these paints really shouldn't dry out because I got a nice amount of water down underneath them there. This should be kind of the last coat of brown that we have to do here because I really don't want this to be brown. This will be yellow by the end of the stream tonight. But beggars can't be choosers. So we're just gonna keep rolling with it. You are back home. Well, that didn't take near as long as I thought it would. Welcome back, Kenzo. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today, sir? We'll be on Hunt later. I know you're probably going to be streaming RuneScape here in a hot second. But, you know, we kind of chatted last night about hopping on Hunt. I was like down the street. Gotcha. Nice. Very nice. think this paint's kind of thinned out enough. I don't want to keep thinning it. Oh, you're not streaming tonight? Well, never mind. Make sure you guys go follow Kenzo the Mage, same name on Twitch. It's on 9 your time. Oh, so we got what, hour and 15? Somewhere around there. Yeah, alright, cool. Yeah, make sure you guys give Kenzo a follow over on Twitch. Twitchy boy. Still streaming over there on the dark side. Alright, that's looking good. That's looking a lot better, that second coat. You can even see I got that side by side. Lovely comparison here of first coat to second coat. How much of a difference that makes blocking everything in. That already has kind of a yellow hue to it, which is great because we're painting yellow right over that. Didn't take too long to paint at all, but looks like this is already dry. Very splotchy. That happens though. I sent the link though. Oh, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. Alright, let's get some more light brown here. I don't want to get too much out of my palette because I don't have a whole lot more yellow that we're kind of base coating for. I don't like to waste these expensive. These aren't even expensive. These are cheap paints. These little Flames of War Army painter type paints are really affordable brand, but you definitely sacrifice some quality for the price, which is why I use them on terrain. It doesn't matter near as much. I don't have any alerts set up for the stream, so my bad. Solitude, thank you for the subscription. I just got that notification on my phone. How you doing? I really appreciate it. This gnat is gonna be the death of me. How are you doing, man? How's everything in your neck of the woods? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose my mind over here. Playing around with a terrain commission today for Black Swamp Games, painting up some Mech Boy Workshop terrain. Good old GW. See on the purple snake site. Yeah, no, I switched to YouTube the start of the year, like completely, just not doing Twitch at all anymore. So I try and link it to my Discord. I don't like to do the tagging of everyone, but occasionally people see it, so it works out. I mean, I haven't, this is my first stream since like May. I took a very, very long-term break. Maybe it wasn't that, maybe it hasn't been that long. It feels like it's been that long. But I finally got my setup figured out on how I want to do all this for the painting streams, and but I would mute that channel. I have everything by default turned off. Like you shouldn't get any notifications except for the @everyone's, and I don't use @everyone unless it's something like super urgent, because I know that's annoying, and I don't want you guys to go through that. Oh my gosh, you're using your real name. Hi, Keith. Switch over to the right YouTube, dummy. Needs more cowbell. Listen to lo-fi, man. We're chilling. We're painting. Oh no! Now everyone knows who you are. The best part is you're gonna switch, and then everyone's really gonna know who you are. Video looks clear. Good, good. Yeah, I'm using my DSLR. I got, gosh, painting these parts is so hard to show on camera. Just gonna have to guess where my brush is going, which is not ideal. I got an Elgato Camlink 4K, which is what the actual miniatures camera is, and then I have a GoPro for my palette cam over here, and that's just running off like a cheap $15 Camlink, and I think it works pretty good. It's got a little bit of a delay, but that's actually the GoPro itself for whatever reason. But I'm very happy with how it's, you know, first time here seems chill. Hey, what's up, Drowsy? Welcome to the stream. Idiot. We'll definitely get some painting in soon, soon, Solitude. If you got anything you're wanting to work on. Working on dialing in my resin printer to print it. I'm printing at 0.05 millimeter layer height right now, but I want to work on dialing it in at like 0.025. So I get like twice as crisp quality on my minis. Which even at 0.05, you really, I mean, you can see the layer lines if you hold it 5 inches from your face, but it's a miniature. You're gonna be looking at it 3 feet away on a table, so. Yeah, I was wondering if you wanted me to, like, prime that for you when I like, batch prime all my stuff. I was wondering if that was something you'd like me to knock out so you don't have to worry about rattle canning it. I can get a lot more control on an airbrush than a rattle can. Yeah, no worries. You still gotta send me, Lexi's as well. Biggest thing for me, like, I don't need this, like, this stupid self-healing mat down here. I'm doing this so I try and stay in frame because I have it roughly centered. So, like, it's like my little cheat sheet guide right now. Yeah, no worries. She get done eventually, or she just won't have a mini. Oh my gosh, I forgot to base coat the inside of this. It's fine. This is all gonna get a rust wash over it anyways, since it's a scrapyard. Farming, yeah, whatever. Same thing, right? You got something to run by me? Okay, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll be doing once a month one shots coming to the Discord. If you're too long here, I think it'll be pretty fun. Now that we finally got this painting setup figured out. We'll also have Dad on as a guest at some point. We'll ditch the palette cam and have him paint over or underneath the GoPro if he wants. That'd be pretty fun. Gotta work on getting some better lighting over here somehow. Like, I just have these 2 big lights in front of me, so I keep angling it, but it'll work out. That'd be good content. Yeah, maybe hey, you can even come over on as a guest if you'd like, Solitude. I know it's a pretty long journey for you, but down for whatever. I don't know if you have any painting plans. I think I still have a D&D mini that belongs to you, actually, Solitude. You or a friend of yours or something or someone. Like stuff in traffic, that would be a day. Just leave your car in the middle of the road, it's fine. The day that happens here is a dark day for sure. Alright, this brown's starting to look pretty good here. It's a nice light brown. We're gonna use the transition into some yellow. It's more like having flooding issues. Yeah, that's true. That would be a lot more difficult. No, I think these terrain sets that they make are very cool. I would never personally buy them, but I enjoy painting them for other people. Yeah, so okay. Yeah, I went over this earlier, but that wouldn't have mattered for now. So this is the Mech Boy Workshop terrain set, which I know this is backwards for you guys. Yeah, so it's this is what they use to scrap together their little mech boys. So it's for the orcs, the orc boys in 40K. And so I got this whole box full of scrapyard pieces that all actually go together in one fashion or another. And so these are just 3 of the scrap piles that I figured I might as well start on today. And start knocking out some of these base coats on. Try and keep powering through this stuff. Yep, we got, it's all terrain for these streams for a while. This stuff is, I've been excited to paint this because there's so many colors that go into the Mech Boys stuff. So it's whatever they've salvaged off the battlefield, you know, to make their Mech Boys. For trip, oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I gotta do laundry tomorrow for our trip. Yeah, right now I'm just kind of blocking in these colors. Stupid gnat that keeps making an appearance on stream. But yeah, so I got that. What else do we have? Got another landing pad. That'll be done before next stream, though. Got some Age of Sigmar terrain. So I got these, like, Stormcast Eternals ruins, the Time-Worn ruins. That one's some paint. He can have it as long as he drowns in it. So these will be pretty fun to paint up. We'll do most of this on stream. This won't take terribly long either. And then I also have the Awakened Wildwood box set, which is like a Sylvaneth kind of terrain thing for Age of Sigmar as well. So this will be pretty fun. This will also be a pretty fast paint job too. But yeah, these will be fun. This will be mostly airbrush on this. Airbrush, we're gonna try a new oil wash technique, and then dry brushing, and then these should be basically done. Then I have my combat patrol of battle sisters that came in. So yeah, we got plenty of little painting projects to work on. Yeah, I saw Don't Starve Together. It was on sale for like $5 on Steam. That pop up on my wish list. Looks pretty interesting. Alright. So that was our Flames of War light brown. I don't even know if I'm showing this to you on any of these cameras. There we go. So it's backwards on this one, which is really well. It's gonna be backwards on the palette cam too. Like both of these flipped, but that's some light brown. Brute kept dying. I mean, Don't Starve and Brute don't really go together. Oh, so many times. I don't even know how the game works. That's funny though. This is Cygnus Yellow from P3. It's from Privateer Press. This is probably clogged. This might be funny. Miracle. Where did I have this? Probably right there. Right. Brush full of water here. When I had to transfer them into these dropper bottles. I made the strong man, so you can beat up enemies for pretty nice. Very nice. Yeah, that bright obnoxious yellow. That's what we're looking for. Very stark difference. Yeah, I'm glad we went with that light brown base coat. I forgot how insanely bright this paint is. This will take a few coats to actually get here. Just farm and talk to plants. What? Missed opportunity by not making this series called Habras. Yeah, that is definitely a missed opportunity. That's funny. Maybe that's what our the painting videos will be. We'll have to do a series on that. Just paint some like happy little space marines. Yeah, I have a couple army painter brushes laying down here. I have the Army Painter large dry brush. Focus. When you attack, oh my gosh, yeah, there you go. That'll just be the stream title. And then I have their vehicle brush, which is like basically a standard paintbrush, but really good for super large terrain. So that'll, yeah, the blank things will actually get, I'll have stuff on there for the next one. This was just kind of all thrown together. I'll have like my socials and then commands for the stuff I'm using, and yeah, there's plans for that. This is just kind of a test stream to make sure my cameras work and the quality looks good. But yes, yeah, that'll be there. That'll be next. I've had nothing but issues with my other stuff, so finally, yeah, this I think I made this overlay like whatever the night was that the Sunday. I made it like before I was supposed to stream on Sunday, just so I'd have something that, I mean, I guess I could have just used a color source in OBS, but yeah, so it's just a super simple overlay, nothing crazy. Yeah, I should definitely, yeah, we'll do the Habras painting. Yeah, these brushes are actually from BG Art Supply. These are Da Vinci Cosmotop spins. They're really affordable, nice, synthetic sable hair brushes that you can waste on terrain, as opposed to using my nice Monument Hobbies bomb wicks, which I use for my actual minis. The pain of painting, yeah, no joke. That's how it feels painting non-stop terrain. Like I just want to paint something small, to like print off a gnome or something. I love how obnoxiously bright this yellow is. I'm trying to figure out how to hold this though. So lazy with terrain? Yeah, I mean, I'm not really. It might look like I'm taking my time, but just kind of slap on these base coats. Knock this stuff out quick. Nobody's paying too much attention to the terrain when you're playing the game anyways, unless it's, you know, used for cover. And then they just care because it's cover. They don't care if it's painted perfectly. But we'll use some other fun colors, give some contrast in here. Base coat, if you guys dip in the wash, yeah. That's all this is. It's a base coat, real heavy wash, dry brush, and then like 2 or 3 coats of sealant. That way it can get tossed around and handle a lot and not have any issues with chipping. That's the last thing I want. Yeah, all of this is going to get kind of a rust wash over the entire model. So it's going to be a pretty grungy looking thing. We'll do it a real nice dark rust wash. I even actually have used this Vallejo light rust, and then I mix that with the Army Painter black wash. You get this real nice deep rust kind of color to it. Makes it look real nice and grungy. I'm excited to finish painting this yellow. I hate painting yellow. That's why I picked it first. So we can have some fun with these obnoxious reds on some of this other miscellaneous vehicle parts. I need to figure out what category to actually stream in on YouTube for this. I just left it as gaming because I figured why not. But it definitely feels good getting back into actually painting minis. Not that I've painted any minis since I've gotten back into this, it's all been terrain, but the theory is there. I'm starting up a Battle Sisters, or Sisters of Battle army for 40k. So we'll be doing a lot of painting on them, and those are going to be incredibly time consuming. Alright, just got a little bit more to do on the insides here. Really, we're just gonna kind of down in there. This is all gonna get covered up with that rust wash anyways. Not too terribly concerned about this interior. You'll see that well anyways. Less time on there. I think I coated that with a light brown. This is actually covering really nicely over this color. Might have wasted some time using that light brown, but that's what I always do for yellows. Because, like I said, yellow sucks. Nice. Bad little first coat, decent coverage. And it pops compared to the rest of the terrain piece. I don't know why I didn't paint those vents that first time. Say. This yellow down into this mix. yellow's starting to come together finally. Starting to actually look like a true yellow. Some kind of pure down there. It was one of those paints that when I transferred it, I thinned it out, so don't need to hit it with a whole lot of water. Hit it with some. Nice. Looking good. Side first, we'll forget about it. So satisfying about slowly building up the colors over these thin layers. Every layer just gets more vibrant or more rich in that color depending on what you're using. Very nice. Hey, what's up, Fox? How you doing? Thank you, sir. Finally. Long time coming. Finally got these painting streams running. think my favorite part is that my palette cam is literally running off of a $15 cam link and looks good, except for the fact that I keep accidentally bumping it a little bit so the paints aren't fully in frame. There we go. I'm very happy with the picture quality of painting the Mini though. That's a pleasant surprise. It works, yeah, exactly. It does work. Working on some 40K orc terrain today. Alright. Another Cody yellow on that bad boy. Trying to decide, I'll probably do one more. Pretty yellow on everything, then we're gonna switch over to some, probably some red. I don't really want to do metallics, because once I do metallics, everything else turns metallic, thanks to our, let's do a metallic with our paint water. My webcam keeps reverting back to the white balance for some reason. Because I don't know what it's doing. Hear me out. What's up, Drowsy? I am over it. Thought about like airbrushing the yellow because it's just easier to airbrush yellow. But we're almost done at this point. We're just kind of going over the bulky surfaces one last time with a little bit more, having that dark color under there with thin paints. You actually kind of a nice transition. Or yellow. Despise yellow. Yeah, yellow is my hands down least favorite color to paint. But it also adds a very welcome pop to the scrapyard. Thin it down enough though, and create some really fun natural transitions. Need some pink. I don't think there's gonna be any pink in here. You can squint and pretend the red's pink though. Yeah, so for these, we're just gonna kind of hit whatever's on the top here with one last thin coat. Try to make these a little bit more vibrant than the darker and deeper yellows underneath here. Bring this up where you guys can see it. Squint, yeah, no, that's how squinting works. Oh, maybe that's how color theory works. You squint. Continue. Alright, sounds good, Fox. I'll catch you later, man. We'll be on hunt in about an hour. Right. There we go. Yellows are all blocked in. That looks pretty good. Yeah, actually, at the art supply store, they had this real nice, like normally I just have a color wheel on my phone just for quick reference. But they actually had this really nice one, like $4. I'll show it to you here once I'm done cleaning this brush. This is literally just a water bottle cut in half. It's my water vat for cleaning here. Paper towel over here. A little bit of rubbing alcohol in here. Some regular old. Filled with mineral spirits. Actually, it will be for my oil washes. So I do that. I gotta. Yeah, so I got this real nice pocket color wheel, and it actually has these little sections on here for like adding black, adding white, blue, yellow, red, and then it shows the different tints of those colors by adding, you know, those 5 different colors. And then on the back, it shows you your whole complementary, split complementary, triads, tetrads, all that fun stuff. So yeah, for $4, I was like, hey, this is a lot better than the crappy one I have on my phone. And yeah, little pocket color wheel. And then it actually like goes and describes a whole bunch of crap in here, but pretty nifty. Not for terrain because color theory doesn't apply to terrain. That's how this works. That's how it works here. Similar with physical. Yeah, I just like having the physical one just because I can have it like next to me looking at it at all times. And it was $4, so. Let's see. I think I want to block in some reds. I think that'll be fun. Got this nice flat red, another Flames of War paint, compared to this vibrant, what's this? Dragon red from Army Painter. So this is the flat red here. Very different. Two very different reds, but we'll probably dry brush with the more vibrant one. Add a little bit of ivory in there. We'll use that for our dry brush, I think is what we're gonna do. Yeah, those online calculators are pretty cool though. Getting really annoyed with my webcam, like getting rid of my white balance here. I don't know what it's doing that for. Okay. Yeah, my place. Okay. Clear coat. I use Tester's dull coat personally. That's like my go-to. Very big fan of their dull coat. I think it does a very good job. It doesn't. Okay, Army Painter satin. Gotcha. Yeah, Tester's is like for like OG modelists. Yeah, whatever. And, it's very thick. Very thick paint. Oh, Army Painter is super affordable and very good quality, truthfully, for what it is. Not gonna lie. Alright, so in their box art, which we're kind of loosely following, it's like this is these little things right here are gonna be red. Next to our engine. Now I have a ton of Army Painter stuff. I like it. Big fan of Army Painter. Amazing how much better red covers than yellow. Actually have some of the golden acrylic. They have a so flat line. A lot of mini painters have been raving about. It's just like a standard acrylic. It's not meant for miniatures. A lot of people are a huge fan of that right now. Oh, enamels. Yeah, enamels are a whole different beast to work with. That's for sure. I think we're actually going to paint this big plate also with this red. Get more red to this figure, and we'll hit that with some silver. And that plate right there is some silver, but the rest I think we're going to make all that red. Some red in here. Just a little too thick. Strange color. Yeah, that's orcs. Like the orc boys have lots of yellows, reds, and blues on their, like, yeah, 40. Yeah, 40K has some weird color schemes, man. You literally got, like, you know, all blue Space Marines, super tactical, hidden color, grimdark universe. So that makes sense. Emperor's little Smurf boys. First painting stream, and I make like all the hardcore 40K fans mad. Actually, I have a buddy that painted his entire Space Marine army My Little Pony themed colors. They went and played in tournaments, and he only painted them that way just to make people mad. Trigger warning, no joke. Armor stands out, yeah, probably. What trip do you have going on again, Drowsy? Are you guys going to like concerts or something, or what is it that you guys are going to? Can't remember. I know we talked about it, so we pushed D&D back a week. I'm guessing means you guys leave tomorrow? Wait. Everything. Cool. I think that looks good, especially once we get these engines blocked in with that silver. Meet and greet concert party. Maybe Thursday. Gotcha. Oh, you're going fluffy. Very cool. Very nice. Alright, cool. Can't really tell from this far away. Oh, I guess you can on camera. I got a weird angle with this lighting. But we got that first layer of those reds blocked in. Not looking too bad. I don't even know what we're gonna do for some of this other stuff. Paint Nurgle is actually, yeah, Death Guard style stuff is a lot of fun to paint. I'm not gonna lie. I find this piece at. There's a couple of, yeah, that's red. Okay, the two things I wanted to actually paint red on this are painted red in this, so that's a win. Very nice. Yeah, Nurgle, like Death Guard in general, they're a very fun style of army to paint. I got to do some of those for a box or a store demo set, which is actually probably at Black Swamp Games now, truthfully. Should be. Should just had like a vat of this like grungy rust wash to just like dip these things in. It'd be so nice. Inside there, this dark red brown primer color. Just that nice contrast there from all this bright red we're throwing on. But the fact that it's kind of a flatter red, it is still feels very bright. The only thing we're being careful of is not getting it on the yellow. I think it's going to get painted metallic, does not matter. I do not want to have to touch up yellow. Nice little tank. I don't know, it's probably like a fuel tank for something, I guess. I know what that is. That's what I thought it was, but there's a light right there. This is the other part right here. This is going to be red as well. Scratch building. Yeah, definitely. I have lots of like bits from various things, various other kits that I've built in the past and whatnot. So yeah, that thought about doing like a start to finish conversion. You know, watch me build it and convert it on stream, and then watch me paint it as well. If not, it's something I thought about, if not on stream, just like a little mini YouTube series. I think it'd be fun to do it on stream. Especially having a resin printer, I can print off a lot of little fun bits and conversion pieces to use. Give your D&D group tomorrow, Drowsy? Or are you off since you got your vacation coming up? Wasn't sure since you said you were leaving Thursday. Off tomorrow. Gotcha. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, because we have ours next week. Should be fun. Hopefully everyone's primed and ready to go. Finish up where we left off. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it all works out. As long as everyone's having fun, you don't have to have... You can kind of develop that over time, the more you get into it. Just gonna kind of stipple in this red. You know, it's not the greatest angle for you guys. I just gotta... This is a tiny spot to work in. So, doing my best to not completely put my forehead into the camera like that. That's funny, I like that. Me has such a good time. This feels like such a commitment, those sessions. Well, now you can save it, which is really nice, but they always felt like such a time commitment. Now that you can save it, it might be that much better. Give it a shot again. Alright, cool. Those reds, man, that dries so matte on there. Such a deep red. Yeah, if you have a rough start, it's hard to catch up in that one, that's for sure. Thin as is here. I need to get carried away with thinning it down anymore for these next coats here. Even though this is terrain, it's much nicer to paint smaller terrain. I've been painting these giant Space Marine landing pads that are just an absolute bear to handle, let alone paint. I mean, they're mostly airbrushed, like 90% of it I say is airbrushed. Oh, there's so many, dude, there are so many bits on these little scrapyard things. I mean, a lot of it is metal, which is nice because it's just gonna get a crap ton of metal on there, and then, like I said, heavily washed with that rust wash. But yeah, I've been excited to paint this because there's so much to it. You know, like, I do have a like a spinning airbrush thing, like airbrush platform that I can set stuff on. Good old Tamiya in there, high quality scale modeler stuff, dude. Super affordable. The whole, pretty much everything from Tamiya is super affordable because it's not meant for miniatures. Everything for miniatures is just more expensive because they tell you it's for miniatures and then mark it up because of that reason. Yeah, actually, that's going to be one of my first videos, is actually on airbrushing, and airbrushing on the cheap. You can get a compressor and dual action airbrush set from Harbor Freight for like $120. And it's good enough to at least get you priming year round, so you don't have to worry about not being able to prime in the winter. Oh yeah, there's no difference. That's why I'm gonna give those golden so flat acrylics a try, because they have the same kind of finish to them as a lot of miniatures paints, but the cost for one of those, oh, I can show you the difference here in just a second. Finish up this. One of the like little tubs, is that what I want to call it? Alright, so if you're looking at like an army painter paint, I mean, these are what, $3 to $5, I think, each, roughly. And then let me grab one of these so flat acrylic ones. And then, so this is the so flat acrylic. How many ounces is this little thing? This is 0.6. Army Painter is 0.6 fluid ounce, just over a half a fluid ounce. This is 2 full fluid ounces. These are the same price. These are like $6, $5-6. This is $6 for 4 times. Yeah, and a lot of people like these, and there's a ton of colors with them. I mean, this is just the titanium white. They have a whole range, and like I would recommend picking up a bold. It's by the same company, by Golden, but this is their bold acrylic line. Titanium white, super good for like zenithal, like over highlighting stuff when you really need to block in that white. This covers really well. Yeah, so I'm very excited to give these a try, just based on cost alone. But yeah, they have a let's see here. Yeah, more matte, more opaque, more leveling. So flat, golden. These are all the colors they have for it. Like, this is insane for something that's still fairly new. And the best part is these are actual artist acrylics, not mini paints. So they'll tell you on the bottle with all these little symbols here, like this. The square that's like half black, half white just means it's semi-opaque. And it'll tell you exactly what pigment is in there and how well it covers and how transparent it is. Like, it's crazy. Very, very helpful. But yeah, so we'll be trying those out pretty soon too. And you can actually, at that BG, the Art Supply Depot, they have all of their golden acrylic stuff, like, literally all of the time. I thought it was a sale. It's just 20% off retail value all the time. So you can buy it cheaper from them or at the exact same price as what it is on like Amazon. But you can see it in person and like talk to people that know what they're talking about. So that's pretty cool. Very excited. I thought about breaking those out for this terrain, but I was like, I should probably try those off stream. Just I gotta learn how much to, you know, dilute them and everything first. Apparently at some point, let's see. You seen the framework PCs? No, send me a link. I don't believe I have. I mean, I might. Oh no, I missed. Good. I don't think I have. Shoot me something on Discord. Oh, really? No, I have not. That's interesting. That's very cool. No, I definitely have not seen that. I feel like I've definitely heard about it somewhere, but it even might have been something I saw like on TikTok, you know. But yeah, I definitely have not actually seen them. Cool. Right, yeah. Richard, no, absolutely. I'll check it out here before I hit this last red piece. I'm liking this dull red though. red. I just want to watch him like do the swap, which I'm guessing is what. Yep. That's cool. Oh wow. It's a very neat concept. Very practical for, I mean, depending on what you're working on. No, that's very cool. Kid. Cool. Build it yourself and bring your OS. So there's your Linux people right there. Okay. Okay, Linus Tech Tips, of course, already has a video on it. I fix it, 10 out of 10 repairability score. I would hope so at that point. No, that's real cool. I can dig it. Use up the rest of this bit on the palette here without actually having to grab more. This is what you have it. Okay. Old MOBA. Low profile. That's cool. 3D printing, dude. It's truthfully just amazing. Just the amount of applications you can use it for. Something like that. Like I want to print some, or not want, but I need to print some enclosures for my Raspberry Pis. I specifically didn't buy any because I'm like, I have a 3D printer. I'm not gonna buy something for $15 when I can print it on my already calibrated printer for 38 cents, you know? Like, why bother? Alright, that's our reds blocked in. I think it's starting to look good. We're getting some pops of color. I'm happy with that. Little missed spot right there. So we can put a wash on there either. Very cool. We're getting there. Definitely coming together. Yeah, I know. It's one of those things where it's like miniature painting is something. My webcam did it again. Whatever. I'm just gonna be really washed out. Especially on a terrain piece like this where there's so much going on. Like, it looks so bad for so long. Or you can actually, yeah, it looks terrible. That's why a lot of people, just a bit that I lost my pie in one of our moves. Ah, dude, I'm sorry to hear that. I have so many now. I have an old Model 2, two 3Bs, 0W, two 0W2s. I gotta get my Octoprint cams set up for my printers too. What are you using them all for? I use them to set in a box to pretend I'm actually gonna do projects. No, I have a lot of little mini, like one of the 3Bs will probably just be a, well, I would like to get a 4 if they ever actually go back in stock anywhere. To use for like a home server. And then one of the Like that Pi drone in high school. That's actually what one of them's from, yeah. I think of what else. I want to use some of the zeros for the Octoprint stuff. One of them was actually for my master's project. That was based around a Raspberry Pi. Trying to think of what else. Yeah, Octoprints, home server. Yeah, one was for my master's. And then I bought 2 of the 0Ws, the 0W2 models, because they were limit 2 per person when they first came out. And so I grabbed them because I know I'll find a project for them at some point. I think we're gonna paint this bike blue. See if I can actually see it on their thing anywhere, but I don't think I can. Looks like they probably painted it red. But I don't have any of this color combo on here. So we can get away with kind of doing a whole different set of color combos. So I think we are gonna grab some blue. They're blocking in some blues. I didn't actually grab a blue. So we're gonna grab that real quick. Alright, why don't we actually try out one of these So Flat matte acrylics. So this is just their ultramarine blue. Everyone's kind of generic blue color. Your most common blue. More than enough paint just in the lid itself here. Or on the, yeah, whatever you want to call it. Just gonna, wait, yeah. Some of that off there. See that go to waste, but I really don't need this much on my palette. I already have too much. I'm gonna try and just set that there. And we'll scrape it off into the actual container later. Alright. This big piece up here. It's out here. Yeah, I want to paint with unthinned paint. You can kind of get away with painting some thick paint terrain on actual minis. Over here. That coverage ever so slightly thinned. It's already an insanely rich blue, and we're one coat in, and this is thin. And down with a fair amount of water. Very cool. Ever so slightly over here. You ever think your paints are thinned down to like just the right perfect amount? Wrong, thin it some more. Also got this dark brown, reddish brown base primer color here. Get a nice dark effect out of this paint, which is truthfully perfect. Yeah, that drone project would have been fun, but we also bought the entirely wrong type of motors for it. Man. If you guys noticed in the past, other colors, these reds and this yellow, we've been talking on, you know, 3-4 coats. I guess the red was only 2, so 2 to 4 coats of paint to get some nice color built up. And I mean, granted, blue is a much darker color, but our first coat, and it is very, very blue already. It's definitely stand out as a whole. This is that so flat golden, the actual artist acrylics we were just talking about. Not a miniatures paint. Artist paint. Standard acrylic. Golden is a very well-known brand. A lot of very nice acrylic products. I think I can comfortably say that, you know, I'm not an acrylic painting artist by any means. I've never painted on canvas or anything like that. From a miniatures painter standpoint, this stuff works pretty well so far. Especially for the price. I mean, never gonna run out of ultramarine blue, I can tell you that. It's a real clean blue. I know it's a real clean blue, and it's the first coat of blue. Like, once we get that second coat on, stuff is gonna look even better. I might be breaking out some more of these so flats. Finish up this whole terrain piece, truthfully, at this rate. Is your second off day still? Or no, what do you? You're Tuesday through Thursday, right? Those are your new off days. You don't have Sunday off anymore, do you? Yeah, they aren't kidding about that matte finish. Wow. We're going super thin on this paint job too. I mean, you're looking at 50% paint, 50% water probably. least really close to that ratio. Switch it up, come from this angle. Lock in even more of these. Just inclined to say that that's the front part of it snapped off a little bit to the side. Like dropped it. That's definitely engine color. I think we're gonna hit this with some blue. It's blue, like it's separated. Reduce still. There's nothing over here. These I gotta get inside there. These mufflers will definitely be exhaust pipes. Not to be blue. Those up with some nice gunmetal. Set on that round. Wait. Keep plugging away at this here. Big fan here. Maybe wants to break out the cadmium primrose, which I know is a brighter yellow. Just see how it looks. Over top of what I've already done. If it's that more rich of a yellow. I'd be real annoyed if I could have used that and finished it in like 2 coats instead of 4. This is already, this is giving me hope, just the way it's blue. Stipple this blue in here. Too much in the middle of the brush there. There we go. Because we're doing terrain, I'm pretty far zoomed out as far as the camera is concerned. But when we start doing painting up some of our NPC models or player character models and stuff like that, definitely we'll zoom in more. Be more zoomed, so you guys can really see what I'm actually doing. Here it's a lot of big flat surfaces. It's pretty generic stuff. The thing is I have to like sit here at an angle to get centered just based on how I had to make all these cameras fit. That's probably the hardest part, is trying to get 3 cameras to fit into my setup. But I found some really nice mounts on Amazon that definitely did the trick. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Personally, I think it looks pretty good. In my mind, I'm painting up, this is like an ultramarine bike that they salvaged off the battlefield. I don't know what they actually intended this thing to be, but that's how I'm painting it. Space Marine fought valiantly and lost to the Orc boys. Ended up in the scrapyard. What's this actually called? The Mech Boy Workshop. M-E-K-B-O-Y. Works don't know how to spell, it's fine. Yeah, you can see when it dries though, it has that semi-transparent, just like it says on the bottle. It is, stays true to that. Like I said, we're painting thin. Paint it thin, keeping all those details. Always go back with that second coat and really bring it up. Bring it up to that true blue. Get that plate with that metal to kind of separate it. We got a lot of blue going on right now. This grate here is also going to get that gunmetal color. How far away? You can't even really tell it's a grate. There you go. In that light, you can. It's not just a flat disc. We got this grate right here. Hit up with that gunmetal. Alright, so far I've only used the blue from this so flat acrylic line, but I'd recommend the blue, I can tell you that much. Play around with some more of these other colors here. I kind of want to... I mean, this is only 3 pieces out of that entire box set. We might break out the other colors when we box in the other yellows and reds and just see. We can always go back and... It's a nice single thin layer to make it all kind of match. Not that it needs to match, it's a bunch of orc drop terrain. There's yellows from different times, different weathering effects on them. You never know. It doesn't matter. Cool. Well, let's kind of have to wait for that to dry. I need to definitely zap this with another coat. But we're pretty much out of time, so we're gonna go ahead and clean our brush. I kind of went over how I clean my brushes at the start of the stream. Not that anyone really needs to know or cares a whole lot, but you can buy the Masters brush soap. I used that for a long time. I think it works pretty well. It's very widely and readily available at any craft or painting store. You're gonna have some type of Masters. But I switched over to Monument Hobbies Gentastic's Drunken Brush Goop. Because there's beer in here. No, I switched over to it because it works better, but beer is one of the ingredients. This stuff really gets in there, helps maintain your brushes. You can even leave this on your brush, and it'll help form it if you have a really deformed older brush. Been able to save a couple of mine. I mean, these are actually decent ones. You can go to Walmart, spend $4, get like a 5-pack of halfway decent synthetics that, if you're just painting up a D&D mini for fun or for your campaign, it'll be more than good enough for you. All you do really is just work the soap into it, make sure you get all that paint out. Biggest thing I didn't really say while I was doing it, but never get paint past that halfway point in your brush. You don't want it to really get stuck in there and cause issues getting your bristles to split, and never leave your brush just face down in paint water like that either, like overnight or long term. Storm flat. Storm on their side. Kind of how I have them sitting next to me here. Really don't want to store them brush tip up either. Let all that moisture get down in there. So we really just used the 6 today to block in all these colors. I like using bigger brushes with a little bit more control. We cleaned the 3 because I thought I might have to use the 3, but we didn't get to anything that needs it. But my 1 and 0 still have factory forming powder on them. So we're gonna go ahead and give them a little quick clean as well here. It's always good to take the time to clean your brushes at the end of your session. I mean, unless you're just using throwaway brushes for crappy terrain. I guess you don't have to, but at least rinse them out in water. Yeah, that 0 is going to be a real nice brush to use. It's got a real nice fine point to it, which who knows why it was recommended. The 1 is a fairly long, has some long bristles on it compared to a lot of the ones I've used. So I'm curious to see how it works. Yeah, that 1 as well, just holding that very, very nice point. I can get it centered on the camera for you. Cool. That's all there is to cleaning your brushes. Same thing with the Master's brush up. It functions basically the same, but I don't know, I've had better luck with that, bringing some what should have been very dead brushes back to life. And then, I mean, I just do it in the palm of my hand and just wipe it off with a paper towel, and you can see a little bit of that gunk that I got out of the brushes. That's it, though. Not too bad. That blue dry for a while. I'll probably hit that second coat even later tonight, but truthfully, I mean, even after 1 coat, you can kind of see that semi-transparent. If you painted it on thicker because it's terrain, it probably would have covered a little better, but I like to keep it safe, thin your paints down, that way you don't lose that intended texture from the companies. Don't want to waste the rest of the blue on the lid here, so we're just going to kind of scrape it off down into here. Oh no, I got my thumb. There we go. Pop that down there. Never want to waste your paints. Got our, this is what I use to make the rust wash that we'll deal with next time. We got our Vallejo light rust wash armor and some matte medium. So we'll play around with those next time. I don't think that's gonna fit. Same as the black wash or the dark tone if you have Army Painter. It's just a black wash. Mixing the brown in there is good too, but I'm just going for like instantly dark. But we'll keep throwing base coats down on these, and we'll be working on these next painting stream, which hopefully will be hopefully tomorrow. We'll find some time to paint. We're all packed up and ready to go, and then as long as we got time, that's what we'll be doing. The thing I do like about the Army Painter palette, it's got spots to hold the brushes. I think is kind of cool. Depending on what you're working on. Nifty little design there. I don't think these will fit. I know my other brush. Oh, these actually will. Some of these will. Nope. Man, once you get into these bigger, the 3s and the 6s, not really gonna fit that well in there. But yeah, that's okay. Pretty cool either way. Alright, well thanks for hanging out, guys. First painting stream. I think it went pretty well. I mean, you all know me and have me in Discord, so if you have any recommendations, shoot me a message. Solitude, if you're still hanging out. I know you said you had something to run by me. You can hop in a Discord call, or I can walk over to your house, whatever you prefer. Let me know. I'll shoot you a message. But thanks for hanging out, everyone. And we'll be back tomorrow. We're going to keep working on this MechBoy Workshop terrain. Until then, have a good one.